Exclusive contract from Feilu Novel Network Novel. Travel Frog. Starting with a sparkling fruit, your frog cub brings you the travel specialty, devil fruit. Your frog cub brings you a souvenir called Eternal Kaleidoscope writing will I. Your frog cub brings you a souvenir called Soul-Slaying Blade. Flowing blade like fire. Through the dangerous spiritual revival world, Tang Jing did not expect that a small game he once played called Travel Frog would become his golden finger. Moreover, the entire game has completely changed. The little frog's travel destination has turned into various dimensional worlds. And the original ordinary specialty has become a special product of various worlds. Tang Jing received a sparkling natural fruit at the beginning. Not only that, the little frog also makes friends in these worlds and visits them from time to time. Dingdong. The little friend of the frog cub is visiting Hinata. Hurry up and treat her with special products. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Please take a leave, update slightly later. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yesterday was my birthday, I had a cake in the evening, and when I was writing in the middle of the night, my stomach felt uncomfortable. However, I didn't pay much attention at that time, so I lay in bed and finished writing before going to bed. The result is that I have been suffering from stomach pain all day today. I took 2 types of stomach medicine but none of them worked, and I can't concentrate on writing. Let me take a break and send the update later. I'm really sorry. Don't worry, this chapter will not deduct fees. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 1. Frog Cubs Go on a Trip. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Frog cubs are out on a trip. Frog cubs will send back travel photos from time to time, please check carefully. Frog cubs' return will bring back special products and souvenirs from their journey. Please remember to check them out. In the simple room, Tang Jing listened to the hint in his mind and couldn't help but exclaim, finally out. It has been 2 days since Tang Jing crossed into this dangerous spiritual revival world, and a day ago, he successfully activated his golden finger. What he didn't expect was that his golden finger was actually a small game he had played before called Travel Frog. The gameplay is very simple. Start with a small frog and prepare luggage for the frog, which can include bento, props, and amulets. After everything is ready, the little frog will go on a trip. During the journey of Little Frog, he will occasionally send back travel photos and bring back special products and souvenirs from the journey as gifts. It can be said that this is a very simple little game. But now, this game has undergone a significant transformation. Although the basic gameplay has not changed, the location where Little Frog travels has become a dimensional world of various anime, movies, and novels. That is to say, the gift brought back by the little frog will be a product of various dimensional worlds. And most importantly, Tang Jing can use all of these things. What only made Tang Jing feel a little uneasy was that the time for the little frog to travel and return was uncertain. This led to him waiting for a whole day, and the little frog he named Frog Baby finally went out. I don't know which world I will travel to. I hope it's a world with higher strength and more good things. Tang Jing looked at the game interface in his mind and murmured to himself. There's no way, based on the remaining memories in the body, this world of spiritual revival is really a bit scary. The ferocious beasts that can slaughter cities and destroy the country, the eerie secret realms that randomly descend, and the dangerous organizations that cause trouble every day all interpret the dangers of this world. So Tang Jing urgently hopes that the frog cub can quickly bring him some useful and good things. For example, what kind of soul-slaying sword, reincarnation eye, demon fruit, and so on. Of course, it would be even better if there were any immortals or elixirs from the fantasy world. Just as Tang Jing was waiting for the return of the frog cub, the phone thrown aside suddenly rang. It's not someone calling, it's an alarm clock. Today is Monday, it's time to go to class. Tang Jing almost forgot that his current identity is still a senior high school student. However, unlike the high school seniors who have 6.5 days of classes a week in that world, this world does not place as much emphasis on cultural courses because it allows for awakening and cultivation. Even in the third year of high school, there are normal weekends off. After a brief wash, Tang Jing changed into his school uniform, picked up his textbook, and went out to school. Along the way, Tang Jing walked and flipped through the relevant memories of the school. In fact, schools in this world, before universities, are not much different from those in another world. But after entering university, there will be earth-shattering changes. The reason for this change is the awakening ceremony before the college entrance examination. For another world, the college entrance examination is the most important turning point in life. But for this world, the awakening ceremony is the key. Once you successfully awaken your special abilities and become an awakener, you don't need to take the college entrance examination and will immediately be admitted to a university, with various welfare benefits and rewards. The higher the talent, the better the reward. Counting the days, it seems that tomorrow is the time to hold the awakening ceremony. Tang Jing felt inexplicably hopeful in his heart. I don't know if I can awaken any special abilities. Soon, Tang Jing arrived at the school. According to the memory in his mind, he found his class. Not long after he entered the classroom, the class bell also rang. A middle-aged man walked into the classroom with a stern face. This class is mathematics. After listening for a while, Tang Jing realized that there didn't seem to be much difference between the two worlds based on this basic knowledge, so his mind involuntarily shifted to the traveling frog. Why hasn't the frog cub come back yet? What a wonderful world the frog cub is in now. Hey, stupid frog, I don't even know how to send back a photo throughout the day. Tang Jing was thinking about frog cubs. So much so that I was called out several times due to being distracted during class. Finally, as evening approached the end of school, a warning sound came on. Dingdong, the frog cubs are back. Frog cubs have brought you travel specialties. New book upload, seeking monthly flower review tickets. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. Chapter 2. Travel specialties, sparkling fruits. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Tang Jing, who was originally a bit drowsy, immediately stopped feeling sleepy when he heard the prompt sound. Glancing at the teacher on the podium, Tang Jing furrowed his eyelids and opened the game in his mind. Several prompt boxes pop up. Tang Jing clicked off the first two prompt boxes and focused on the last one. There is only a small icon inside the box. That's the special product brought back by the frog cub for this trip. The appearance of the icon is a fruit. Tang's scenic spot clicked on this icon and an information bar appeared. Sparkling fruit. A world specialty of one piece, naturally a demon fruit. After consumption, it can possess a light constitution, immunity to physical attacks and most energy attacks, as well as the speed and power of light. The weakness of the fruit has been eliminated, sleeping slot. Is it so awesome? Tang Jing was shocked and didn't expect the frog cub to bring him a natural demon fruit on its first trip. And it's a famous sparkling fruit. Especially the last sentence in the information column, the weakness of the fruit has been eliminated. Moreover, it greatly increases the preciousness of this fruit. If it weren't for being in the classroom now, Tang Jing would have wanted to immediately extract the fruit and eat it. Fortunately, the bell for the end of school rang quickly. The teacher on the podium had not finished the word "class over" before Tang Jing rushed out of the classroom. Go home as quickly as possible. Tang Jing, close the door, close the windows, pull the curtains. All the movements were completed in one go. After finishing everything, he opened the game again. Click on the item list page, which has 4 columns. Bento, props, amulet, and specialty. Select specialty. The icon representing sparkling fruits appeared in front of Tang Jing. Click on the icon and a prompt will pop up. Do you want to extract the specialty sparkling fruit? Yes. Tang Jing did not hesitate at all. At the next moment of making a choice, Tang Jing felt his hand sink. Looking down, a pale yellow fruit had already appeared in my hand. The surface of the fruit has many pointed protrusions with spiral patterns. Is this the devil's fruit? Raising his hand, Tang Jing carefully examined it before taking a bite. Tang Jing's face showed a hint of surprise. This demon fruit is surprisingly delicious. Isn't it true that devil fruits are as unpleasant as feces? Is it because of the elimination of weaknesses? Thinking to himself, Tang Jing's movements were not slow. He took a few big bites and ate the fruit completely. However, he could feel that only when he took the first bite did a special force flow into his body and surge into his entire body. The rest is just satisfying my appetite. After finishing the sparkling fruit, Tang Jing couldn't wait to start trying. Firstly, it is elementalization. Tang Jing's thoughts turned in his heart, and his body gradually turned into light particles starting from his feet. Then, these light particles moved rapidly around the room. Tang Jing's figure also flickered in various rooms such as the bedroom, living room, and study. This is, light moves. Of course, the speed cannot reach the true speed of light. But it can definitely break through the speed of sound. This is just eating the fruit. If you become more familiar with the fruit ability, this speed will also increase. In addition to elemental transformation and light movement, the attack ability of sparkling fruit is also not weak. Can emit strong flashes and blind enemies, it can also condense light particles, release lasers, and cause large dot-scale explosions. You can also simply accelerate your body and then use your fists and feet to make a heavy blow. With the blessing of ultra-high speed, even the most ordinary kick can unleash extremely strong power. However, Tang Jing looked at the old furniture in the room and silently gave up the idea of testing these attack methods. Next time. After testing the fruit ability, Tang Jing opened the game again. At this moment, the frog cub is reading on its little bed. Tang Jing opened the frog's backpack and prepared his luggage for the next outing. In fact, he had already prepared one in advance in the morning. But there was only the cheapest bento in that portion, as well as a 4-leaf clover talisman that was said to increase a bit of luck after completing the beginner's tutorial in the game. I don't have any other props. Considering that the frog cub brought back something like sparkling fruit on its first trip, Tang Jing felt it was necessary to improve its treatment. Maybe we can bring back something better next time. I don't want it to be too good either. Just have an immortal elixir or a god-less weapon, that's enough. Of course, it would be even better if we could bring back things like the Eternal Gate and the Immortal Emperor's Inheritance. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 3. The Awakening Ceremony officially begins. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Thinking happily in his heart, Tang Jing opened the store in the game. Compared to the simple little game before, today's stores have a much richer variety of things. However, this store is specifically designed to buy things for frog cubs. You need to buy bento, talismans, and props for travel here. Different bentos, different amulets, and different props will all bring different effects, affecting the destinations of travel, as well as the specialties and souvenirs brought back by frog cubs. The currency used in the store is the game-exclusive clover. After hesitating for a moment, Tang Jinghua spent 50 clovers and bought a bento. You know, the cheapest bento only requires 10 clovers. That's not all, he also spent 150 clovers to buy a scarf for the frog cub. However, scarves are permanent items that can be used for a long time, so they are not too wasteful. After buying these, Tang Jing only had over 300 clovers left in his hand. The big head comes as a gift from the beginner's tutorial, while the rest is the harvest brought back by the frog cub's journey, as well as the planting and harvesting in the game. Replace the cheap bento in the backpack with a new one and put a scarf in. The preparation work for the next trip of the frog cub has been completed. Looking at the frog cubs who had already started eating at the table, Tang Jing touched his stomach and felt a bit hungry. After all, testing fruit ability is also very physically demanding. Opening the refrigerator and selecting some ingredients, Tang Jing casually cooked dinner. After finishing the meal, I tried the ability of sparkling fruit again. Then Tang Jing fell into a deep sleep. In his sleep, Tang Jing vaguely heard system prompts. The frog cub has gone on a trip. The next morning, Tang Jing woke up early. After finishing breakfast and opening the game, Tang Jing slowly rushed to school. Compared to yesterday, today's school is much more noisy. Because today is the day for the awakening ceremony. Even on his way to school, Tang Jing had already heard many fellow students discussing. This made him unable to help but look forward to it. Although he already has the ability to shine fruit, Tang Jing doesn't mind having another talent for abilities. Follow the crowd towards the playground. That is also where the awakening ceremony is held. At this point, many students have arrived and are gathering in groups of 3 or 2 to discuss. Outside the playground, there are also many students in their first and second year of high school. This is all for watching the excitement. Although the school does not allow parents to enter, it does not deliberately obstruct the onlookers from the school. It simply does not allow students outside of their third year of high school to enter the playground. Tang Jing entered the venue with his campus card verification. Not long after, the homeroom teachers of each class began to shout for people to queue up. A group of people dressed in black walked into the playground with instruments. The awakening ceremony has officially begun. All senior high school classes are divided into 10 teams, and each class teacher will call their names to begin awakening one by one. Wu Jin, Wang Huajiang, Zhang Mingliang. As each name was shouted out, students walked out of the team one by one. The atmosphere on the entire playground gradually became hot. But soon, a series of cold, awakening failures brought everyone back to reality. Awakening is not so easy. 1/10 or even lower chance of awakening. It represents that only 3 to 5 people in a class can awaken and succeed at most. There are even examples of the entire class failing to awaken. In this oppressive atmosphere, finally, the first person to awaken successfully appeared. Class 2, Grade 3, Lu Mo, successfully awakened. Awakening, F. Level. With the loudspeaker of the broadcast announcing. Almost everyone turned their gaze to a boy in the center of the playground. On the awakening plate in his hand, there was a faint white light. This means that what he awakens is the most popular power system, and his talent and potential are not particularly high. The F. Level awakening also proves this point. But even so, it is enough to make many people envious. Even some girls who don't pay much attention to him on weekdays, take the initiative to talk to him and add their contact information after he returns to the crowd. This is the world. The awakened have a noble status. Even the awakened one with the worst talent cannot be compared to ordinary people. Amidst the envious gazes of the crowd, several successful awakeners appeared one after another. However, without exception, they are all power systems. And the awakening level is also in the shape of E and F. After waiting for about half an hour, Tang Jing finally heard his name. Tang Jing. In the eyes of everyone, Tang Jing strode to the so-called awakening plate. Under the guidance of official personnel dressed in black, he placed his hand on the bead at the center of the awakening plate. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 4. Awakening, SSS Level. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The so-called awakening plate is actually a gossip-shaped stone plate. On the stone tablet, there are characters such as Qian, Kun, Zhen, Sun, Kan, Li, Zhen, and Du, as well as some mysterious patterns. At the center of the stone plate, there is a special crystal bead. Through the perception of light elements, Tang Jing can feel that there is an extremely special energy flow on this stone plate. And among them, this crystal bead is the most important. At the moment when he placed his palm on the crystal bead, a wave of energy entered his body from his palm and flowed throughout his body. There seems to be a shackle deep inside the body, opened by this energy. In an instant, a bright light bloomed on the awakening plate. The light grew brighter and soon became like a small sun. Boom! The entire playground exploded in an instant. Even the official personnel standing next to the awakening disc, assisting in awakening, widened their eyes. Light elements converge from all around and wrap around Tang Jing, setting him off like a deity walking on earth. High school seniors, class 10, Tang Jing, successful awakening. Awakening, SSS level. As the broadcast announcement sounded, everyone on the playground froze. SSS level. This is the highest level of awakening rating. Even in the country and even around the world, this level of awakening is top-notch. And what everyone didn't notice was that there was still some white light hidden in this brilliant light. Just because the light golden light was too dazzling, it was covered up. Tang Jing never expected that besides the ability brought by the sparkling fruit, he had truly awakened another talent. Although it is only the most popular power system, unlike the previous few power awakeners, his awakening level is much higher. Tang Jing silently compared and realized that his level of awakening in his power system is probably above S level. Although the power system is very popular, reaching an S level of awakening is another matter. And the power and sparkling fruit abilities can also be paired. The power of a light speed kick with a force of 100 pounds and a light speed kick with a force of 10,000 pounds are completely different. Not only that, the strong physical fitness and deeper physical strength brought by the power system also allow him to use fruit abilities more freely. It can be said that although the power system is simple, it is very practical. Until Tang Jing left from the awakening plate, everyone reacted and cast envious gazes. Many classmates with some foundation in their families even approached to chat and wanted to make friends with Tang Jing. Even the few people who have just awakened successfully are no exception. After all, although everyone is awakened, the meaning of SSS level and F level is completely different. For a moment, Tang Jing became the center of the entire playground. The entire awakening ceremony lasted for almost a morning. Although there were also some awakeners outside of the power system later on, and even 2 students reached an A-level awakening level. However, everyone's gaze on the entire playground remained fixed on Tang Jing. Many people gathered around him, trying to establish a relationship. Even if he doesn't want to talk, he won't leave. There's no way, the SSS level is really amazing. Tang Jing City No. 1 Middle School has been standing for decades, with only 1 or 2 awakened S-level awakeners occasionally appearing. But SSS level, it really has never appeared here before. So much so that the official personnel responsible for the awakening ceremony deliberately approached Tang Jing when they left. Hello, Tang Jing. My name is Mo1 and I am the person in charge of the awakening ceremony at City No. 1 Middle School. Excuse me, are you interested in enlisting? Tang Jing was stunned for a moment and said, enlist. Yes, Mo1 smiled. Don't worry about studying. The military also has cultural courses and specialized colleges. And for talents like you who are awakened, the military will also focus on cultivating them. Not to mention anything else, some special items produced in the secret realm can definitely be given priority supply. And as long as you choose to join, you will be awarded the rank of Major directly. In addition, there is a cash reward of 2 million, personally guided by generals and tailored to your combat skills. How about it? Do you want to consider it? I know this condition is a bit low, but as long as you are willing to join, you will definitely not be treated unfairly in the future. Some students nearby who have not yet walked far, their eyes turned red when they heard Mo Wen's offer. Major rank, priority supply of secret realm items, personal guidance from generals, tailor-made combat skills, and 2 million in cash. This condition still low. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Is this the treatment of genius in Chapter 5? You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Listening to Mo Wen's words, Tang Jing also swallowed his saliva secretly. He also feels that this condition is not low. After hesitating for a moment, Tang Jing still said, "Let me think about it." He did not immediately agree. Although the conditions offered by Mo Wen are not bad. However, the military's rules are also the strictest. Tang Jing doesn't want to be restricted too much. Especially with frog cubs, there will definitely be more strange things in the future. In the military, this may easily cause unnecessary trouble. Of course, Tang Jing did not completely refuse either. After all, what if there's no better place to go? Leave a way out, be prepared. Okay, I won't disturb you. If you're interested, you can call me directly. Maoan left a contact number and turned around to leave. Tang Jing didn't care and walked out of the playground amidst the gazes of the crowd. The awakening ceremony has ended. Students who have failed to awaken need to continue their classes and prepare for the college entrance examination in a few days. Those who successfully awaken do not need to take the college entrance examination, and will receive guidance from teachers in the afternoon to fill out their preferences. The aspirations of awakened individuals are different from those of ordinary students. There are not many schools in each province that can cultivate awakened individuals, and each one is a well-established institution. It can be said that from today on, awakened individuals and ordinary students are no longer people of the same world. And Tang Jing is several levels higher than ordinary awakeners. Tang Jing politely declined the invitation to have lunch with several school flowers, and returned home on his own. After finishing his meal, Tang Jing took some time to open the game and take a look. The frog cub has not returned yet, but a travel photo has been sent back. In the photo, the frog cub and a little girl are laughing together, as if chatting about something. The little girl is still holding a thick book in her hands. Is this Nicole Robin? Looking at the little girl's appearance, Tang Jing was stunned for a moment. Are you going to the world of pirates again this time? I don't know what specialty will be brought back this time. Tang Jing has some expectations. The last time was sparkling fruit. I don't know what the frog cub will bring back to him this time. Returning to school in the afternoon, Tang Jing and his awakened companions have been rearranged into a large classroom. A teacher who is also an awakened individual introduces them to the universities attended by each awakened individual, highlighting their uniqueness and differences. Then assist in filling out the application form. Of course, this is for ordinary awakened individuals. Just as Tang Jing returned to school, he was taken to the principal's office. In addition to the semi-bald principal, there are 3 young people in the office. Tang Jing could clearly perceive that these 3 young people were awakeners, and their strength was not weak. Tang Jing, let me introduce these 3 students, who are from Shijiang University, Tiandu University, and Mingzhu University. Principal Zhang Ming introduced. They are all the people in charge of enrollment at their respective schools this time. They called you over to talk about this matter. This is the difference between ordinary awakeners and genius awakeners. Ordinary awakened individuals can only listen to the teacher's guidance in the classroom and fill out their own preferences. And for genius awakeners like Tang Jing, they don't need to take the initiative to fill out their applications. Instead, universities will come knocking on them and pay them to enroll. Even ordinary universities are not qualified enough. Just like these 3 people. Shijiang University is the best university in Shijiang Province, where Tang Jing is located. Tiandu University is also the top university in the country located in the capital. And Mingzhu University is not bad either. Although it has only risen in recent years, it is currently the second largest university in China after Tiandu University. After Zhang Ming's introduction, the three of them also offered their own conditions. Xinjiang University can provide a commuter car, a house, and a cash reward of 3 million yuan, with exclusive guidance from mentors. Xinjiang University was the first to speak up. However, the girl from Tiandu University pursed her lips. Wow, you're really stingy. It's useless to clean up some things. No wonder you can't keep talent in Xinjiang. After speaking, the girl applied for the conditions of Tiandu University. Tiandu University can provide cultivation resources worth 3 million yuan, dean-level mentors apprenticeship guidance, and advanced combat skills in 3 departments. And after that, every year on campus, we will provide no less than 1 million yuan worth of cultivation resources. Tiandu University fully embodies the essence of being the top university. Although they are both 3 million cash and 3 million worth of Secret Realm products cannot be equated. Because many Secret Realm products have value but no market. Compared to simple cash, it is obvious that Secret Realm products are more valuable. And the guidance of dean-level mentors on apprenticeship and advanced combat skills are not to mention, they are things that are difficult to measure with money. The boy from Xinjiang University is also very helpless. Although Xinjiang University is the best school in the province, its ranking nationwide can only be considered average and cannot be compared to schools like Tiandu University. But after all, this is a genius from our province, and not fighting for it is not willing. The man from Pearl University, slightly older, also smiled and reported his qualifications. Mingzhu University can provide 3 million yuan worth of pills, 1 dean-level exclusive mentor, and 5 opportunities to enter the cultivation secret realm. And after that, every year on campus, we will provide no less than 1 million yuan worth of cultivation resources. The conditions of Mingzhu University are similar to those of Tiandu University, and there is not much difference between the 3 million yuan worth of secret realm products and pills. The difference lies only in the cultivation secret realm and advanced combat skills. The cultivation secret realm of Mingzhu University is well known throughout the country. It is precisely because of this that Mingzhu University has risen in just a few years. So, how should we choose? 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 6. Invitations from the Gods. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. After thinking for a moment, Tang Jing finally chose Mingzhu University. Although the advanced combat skills at Tiandu University are also good, for him, suitable combat skills are not lacking. He had already understood the various moves of sparkling fruits in his heart. It is actually the cultivation secret realm of Mingzhu University, which may help him grasp the ability of sparkling fruits faster and carry out deeper development. The selection of the school, although regrettable, did not say much about the enrollment of Xinjiang University. After all, the conditions are not comparable. The girl from Tiandu University, on the other hand, was a bit unwilling and even left a phone call for Tang Jing, saying that she would think it over again and make sure to call her if she changed her mind. After a while, the other 2A-level awakening students were also called here. The admissions officers from 3 schools also offered them conditions. However, compared to Tang Jing, the conditions given to these 2 people are much worse. Setting aside the poorest Xinjiang University, both Tiandu University and Mingzhu University are only willing to provide secret realm items or elixirs worth 500,000 yuan. And the combat skills are only at a moderate level. This is the difference in treatment between A-level and SSS level. In the end, the 2A-level awakening students were evenly divided between Mingzhu University and Tiandu University. The admissions staff at Mingzhu University were all laughing uncontrollably. After completing the relevant procedures, the time is approaching evening. Starting from tomorrow, Tang Jing doesn't need to come to school again. He has graduated. In the evening, the school arranged a dinner for all the students who had successfully awakened. I hope they don't forget their high school alma mater. In the future, if it is within the reach of strength, provide more support. And Tang Jing was undoubtedly the focus of the banquet. Whether it's school leaders or other awakened individuals, they all want to establish a relationship with this genius of SSS awakening. So much so that Tang Jing just ate something casually and then slipped away. There's no way, it's too scary. Surprisingly, a girl even threw herself at him under the guise of toasting. The world is really going downhill. I don't know where to switch to a place with fewer people. Roast silently, Tang Jing also returned to his home. On the way, he also took some time to watch a game. Sure enough, the frog cub hasn't returned yet. However, compared to when the frog cub first went out, Tang Jing was no longer in such a hurry, just secretly anticipating. The hotel for the banquet is not far from Tang Jing's house. After walking for about 10 minutes, I had already arrived outside the community. Entering the community by swiping the access card, Tang Jing had just walked downstairs and suddenly felt something was wrong. Is it a bit too dark around here? Even if the street lights are broken, they shouldn't be so black, right? I can't even see my fingers when I reach out. Just as Tang Jing stopped, a voice with a hint of playfulness suddenly sounded. Tisk, truly a genius with SSS level awakening, perception is sharpness. A young man wearing a tailcoat, a top hat, and holding a cane appeared more than 10 meters in front of Tang Jing. Welcome to my field. Let me introduce myself, Yang Yi from the God Organization. Nice to meet you. The man took off his top hat and saluted Tang Jing as a gentleman. Is there anything I need to do? Tang Jing narrowed his eyes and spoke calmly. But secretly, he had already raised his guard. The God Organization. Tang Jing has also heard of this organization. This is a crazy cult organization. The creators of the God Organization believe that the Awakened One is supreme and the seed of God, and should be the ruler of the world. And ordinary people are only worthy of being enslaved. He wants to establish a world belonging to the Awakened. For this reason, he has even launched multiple terrorist attacks. Every time, countless ordinary people die from it. This is an extremely dangerous organization, and Tang Jing cannot help but be vigilant. Upon hearing Tang Jing's words, Yang Yi smiled and said, under the guidance of the gods, come and invite you to join us. Sorry, I declined. Tang Jing did not hesitate. He doesn't want to be wanted. Moreover, no matter how the statements of the God Organization are modified, they cannot conceal that they are essentially a terrorist organization that values human life over nothing. Yang Ye's expression froze. Why? I heard that your parents died to protect ordinary people when the secret realm descended. Are you willing to accept it? What's good about protecting those wastes? Join us. The Awakened should be the master of this world. The more Yang Yi spoke, the more excited he became. However, Tang Jing's expression did not fluctuate at all. He actually disagrees with Yang Ye's words. Although the Awakened Ones are the main force in fighting against secret realms and ferocious beasts, are ordinary people really not doing anything? Among those researchers, some are ordinary people. The army that charges on the front line is mostly composed of ordinary people. And for the Awakened, the authorities have also given them sufficient status and respect. Isn't that enough? Do you have to ride on an ordinary person's head to be willing? Problem. However, Tang Jing didn't say much. After all, the other party represents an entire organization, and it is still the craziest terrorist organization. He doesn't really want to cause trouble for himself. Sorry, I'm not interested. If there's nothing else, I'll leave first. Tang Jing turned around and prepared to leave. The smile on Yang Ye's face gradually faded. Let's go. Hee, since you don't want to join us, I can only turn you into a specimen and take you back. A specimen with SSS level awakening, I think God should also be satisfied. A weak question, isn't anyone looking? 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 7. So, have you ever been kicked by light? You are listening at Novel Full.audio. As soon as Yang Yi finished speaking, a cold light flashed through the darkness. At the same time, the space around Tang Jing also fluctuated, seeming to trap him. However, Tang Jing was also well prepared and not affected in any way. His body quickly left the original position and dodged Yang Ye's attack. The cane in Yang Ye's hand is actually a thin sword. A cane is just a disguise. Looking back at Yang Yi, Tang Jing's face was completely gloomy. That sword just now was aimed at his head. Friend, you're going too far. Oh. Yang Yi showed a cat-playing mouse smile. What can you do if you go too far? No matter how high the awakening level is, it will ultimately only be the awakening level. That's the potential for the future, not the current strength. Tang nodded and said, indeed. So, have you ever been kicked by light? Ah. This endless sentence stunned Yang Yi for a moment. The next second, Tang Jing's figure disappeared in place. A shining right foot fiercely kicked Yang Yi in the chest. Yang Yi felt a terrifying force erupt from his chest, his whole body flying out as if he had been hit by a truck. Dong! It wasn't until he collided with the thick walls of the residential building that Yang Yi's body stopped. But that thick wall has already been knocked out into a huge pit. And Yang Yi was directly hit hard. From his collapsed chest, it can be seen that his sternum is definitely broken. And not just one. Crimson blood flowed continuously from Yang Yi's mouth. But at this moment, he completely ignored his injuries. Struggling to look up at Tang Jing, Yang Yi's eyes were only filled with shock. What kind of monster is this? Although there are few SSS-level awakened geniuses, he has not yet seen them. Perhaps these people will grow very quickly, and their growth limit will be even higher. But how could anyone be so terrifying after just half a day of awakening? Biting his teeth, Yang Yiqiang endured the pain and activated his own abilities. The first thing Yang Yi said when he saw Tang Jing before was, "Welcome to my field." This statement is not a pretense, but a fact. Yang Yi's ability is the domain. He can open up his own field, where his abilities will be comprehensively improved. And the opponent will be weakened in all aspects. In addition, there are many other uses for different fields with different characteristics. For example, now, Yang Yiqiang is engaged in a power disorder and riot within his field. This is an extremely powerful means of attack. However, the restrictions are relatively large, as they will bring a certain degree of pressure and harm to the domain controllers themselves. But at this moment, Yang Yi couldn't care so much. Even when he used this ability, it was not to kill Tang Jing, but just to slightly stop the opponent. Give yourself time to escape. The just kick had already made Yang Yi deeply aware of the gap between him and Tang Jing. So he has no intention of being tough. Retreat and save lives is the most important thing. The surrounding space fluctuated violently, and Tang Jing noticed that Yang Yi's figure had disappeared. Not only that, the surrounding chaotic energy is also attacking indiscriminately. Unfortunately, due to Tang Jing's elemental presence, this level of attack cannot cause any substantial damage to him. On the contrary, Tang Jing confirmed that there was a problem with his area. The body instantly transformed into a beam of light, and Tang Jing left this area directly. The so-called restrictions were a complete joke in front of Tang Jing. What can limit light? Even if there is, it is not something that Yang Yi's strength can control. Outside the field, Yang Yi, who was seriously injured, took 2 healing pills and quickly left. But just a few steps away, a light flashed by. Tang Jing's figure appeared in front of him. Yang Yi was all confused. But Tang Jing is not confused. Raise your hand and point out 2 fingers, 2 laser beams shoot through Yang Yi's legs. After thinking for a moment, amidst Yang Ye's screams, Tang Jing lit 2 more lasers and abolished his hands. At this point, Yang Yi completely lost his ability to escape. Just, how should this guy handle it? Tang Jing scratched his head. Alarm. But will the police uncle come and handcuff him first? After all, the situation at the scene seems to be more like the killer than the victim. Crying for flowers, evaluating tickets, monthly tickets, etc. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. Chapter 8. Department with the code Difu. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Tang Jing ultimately reported to the police. But it was not him who reported it, but the security guard who heard the screams and rushed to report it to the police. Tang Jing looked helpless as he waited for the arrival of the police under the gaze of 2 security guards. I don't know if it's because the security guard made the situation more serious. In a few minutes, the police arrived at the community. After a detailed inquiry with Tang Jing, understanding the entire process, and confirming that Yang Ye's identity was indeed a member of the divine organization. 2 elderly police officers, with serious expressions, told Tang Jing that they couldn't handle this matter and had to report it. The organization of gods, a cult with special abilities, is no longer something that ordinary police can handle. We need to find a specialized department. Fortunately, the 2 police officers also said that injuring or even killing members of this cult is not considered illegal. Not only is it not considered illegal, but there will also be a generous bonus. Upon hearing these, Tang Jing finally felt relieved. He chatted with 2 police officers while waiting for someone from the special department called Difu to come. In less than 5 minutes, Tang Jing seemed to sense something and suddenly looked up at the sky. In the night sky, a woman dressed in a red robe stepped into the air. Her speed is very fast, like a shooting star crossing the night sky. It's just that the capital is a bit strong, even if it's far away, Tang Jing noticed. Hello, I am a member of the Difu action team. My name is Zhou Baiyu. The woman quickly fell in front of Tang Jing and revealed her identification. Although she looked only in her early 20s, it gave Tang Jing a faint sense of danger. This woman is stronger than Yang Yi. Moreover, at the first sight of Yang Yi, Zhou Baiyu recognized his identity. Especially after learning that Tang Jing had only awakened this morning, Zhou Baiyu's gaze was even more eerie. That gaze, as if looking at a monster. After a while, Zhou Baiyu seemed to have thought of something and said, "Are you the genius with SSS level awakening in number 1 middle school?" Yes. Tang Jing touched his nose and felt that this title was a bit awkward. Which school did you choose? Zhou Baiyu asked again, does this seem to have nothing to do with this matter? Tang Jing frowned. Zhou Baiyu gestured for the 2 police officers to step back and then said, "It's okay if you don't say it, it's probably either Tiandu University or Mingzhu University. However, I don't recommend you going." Tang Jing looked bewildered. Tiandu University and Mingzhu University are not inferior, but that's only for the general public. Strange like you. Ah no, genius. A genius like you is more suitable for going to another place. Under Tang Jing's scorching gaze, Zhou Baiyu changed his expression without changing his expression. There are more resources, better teachers, and stronger competitors there. This will help you grow faster. Tang Jing was puzzled, as if he had never heard of such a place before. What is that place called? Fengshan Academy. Tang Jing carefully flipped through his memory again, shook his head, and said, "I haven't heard of it." Zhou Baiyu smiled and said, "It's normal not to have heard of it. This is a college that only caters to the top talents in the country. There are geniuses who awaken independently without relying on the awakening disc, there are disciples of top domestic guardians who close the door, and there are even descendants of ancient sections. That place is also known as the Monster Academy. Tang Jinggan coughed and said, "Cough, Mingzhu University has promised me a pill worth 6 million yuan, as well as a dean-level mentor, and 5 free opportunities to enter the cultivation secret realm. It doesn't matter whether it's a genius college or not, Tang Jing only cares about how much he can give himself. Zhou Baiyu gave Tang Jing a deep glance and said leisurely, the annual share of cultivation resources set for each student there is a total price of 10 million. And there are better cultivation secrets, better mentors, and more advanced combat skills there. Tang Jing's eyes lit up. May I ask how to get in? I have already enrolled in Mingzhu University, will it have any impact? If you are willing to go, I can help you contact for admission. There is no need for you to manage Mingzhu University. Fengshan Academy will handle it on its own. Zhou Baiyu said. Thank you, senior. Tang Jing smiled and said. Zhou Baiyu was stunned for a moment, then also smiled. How did you tell? Age, strength, and understanding of the Fengshan Academy, Tang Jing replied succinctly. He's a smart person, Zhou Baiyu praised. Alright, then if there's nothing to do, let's go back. I'll leave this to my senior sister to handle. By the way. Zhou Baiyu walked over to Yang Yi, who was unconscious, and squatted down. He reached out and flipped through it, taking out a small bottle and a few thumb-sized crystals. Your spoils of war. Zhou Baiyu handed the things to Tang Jing. Thank you, thank you. Tang Jing didn't expect to be able to touch a corpse. And if I remember correctly, there are also generous bonuses. Is this a terrorist organization? Love. Can you give your child some flower evaluation tickets to support them? Let's cry too much. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. Chapter 9. Frog Cubs Injured. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Come on, when you're over your freshman year, my senior sister will take you to do some big things. As he bid farewell, Zhou Baiyu said. Watching Zhou Baiyu drag Yang Yi away like a dead dog, Tang Jing silently gave Yang Yi a pillar of incense in his heart. Turning around and going upstairs, Tang Jing returned to his own home. As soon as I entered the door, there was a warning sound in my ear. The frog cubs are back, the frog cub has brought you a souvenir. Tang Jing quickly closed the door, then sat on the sofa and opened the game. As usual, Tang Jing ignored irrelevant reminders and looked at the souvenir he was most concerned about. That is a book-like icon with the word BA on it. Tang Jing had a hint of speculation in his heart. Click on the icon and an information bar will appear. Book of Dominance. A souvenir from the world of One Piece, which records the cultivation method of the special power, Dominance, and contains seeds that can directly activate the 3-color Dominance power. Sure enough. Tang Jing's face lit up with joy. However, before he could check the specific content, another prompt sound came on. Ding, it has been detected that the frog cub has been injured. It is recommended to seek treatment immediately to avoid affecting the next journey. Did the frog cub get injured? Tang Jing was a bit confused. How should we treat this? In the original small game, there was no such setting. The host can purchase healing items in the store to heal the frog cub's injuries. It is recommended to strengthen the frog cubs while healing their injuries. Strengthening can prevent frog cubs from getting injured again and also allow them to better obtain travel specialties and souvenirs. The game prompt sounds in a timely manner. Tang Jing was a bit puzzled. He had also played the game Travel Frog before. In his impression, it seems that there are no healing items sold in the store, right? But since all the prompts were given, Tang Jing also opened the store. Still those familiar items. However, after flipping through a few pages, Tang Jing suddenly realized something was wrong. He originally thought that the store had just added a few different bentos and amulets. Flipping back, he realized that there were even more items in this store than he had imagined. And it's not just about having a slightly different bento, but also about having a lot of special items. There are herbs, healing pills, and water of life that can heal injuries. There are also things like Iron Body and 9 Bulls and 2 Tigers that look somewhat inexplicable. Tang Jing also found that clicking on these items alone would provide a more detailed introduction. Herbs and healing pills correspond to different injuries. Tang Jing inquired and found out that the frog cub's injuries were not too serious, mainly due to some burns and scalds. So, all you need to do is buy a portion of herbal medicine. But even the cheapest herb requires 100 clovers. But the flour still needs to be spent. Fortunately, Tang Jing didn't forget to occasionally open the game and harvest a wave of clover during the day. So after buying the herb, his clover balance was still over 300. After thinking for a moment, Tang Jing clicked on Iron Body. The body of steel price. 300 clover type. Disposable props effect. It can elevate the frog's body into a steel body, increasing defense. Tang Jing smiled. He finally understood what the phrase in the prompt just now meant, while suggesting healing, also strengthening the frog cubs. However, with this strengthening, the price is indeed a bit high. The body of steel is basically considered relatively poor, which requires 300 clovers. The ones behind are even better, and the prices are even higher than expected. Is there any other way to obtain clover? Tang Jingshuan asked. Since there are so many expensive items in the store, Tang Jing thinks there must be other ways to obtain clover. Otherwise, relying solely on the few hours in the game to harvest the clover, which is only 20.30 at a time, we will have to harvest it for a long time. Clover can be obtained in large quantities by recharging. Sure enough. Tang Jing's guess is correct. Just as Tang Jing was about to ask how to recharge, the prompt sound rang again. Detected items containing energy on the host, are they used for recharging? Items containing energy. Tang Jing immediately thought of the spoils of war that Zhou Baiyu had just given him. Quickly taking it out of his pocket, Tang Jing asked, "Are these?" "Yes." "Then. Give it a try first." Tang Jing released a single crystal stone. According to Zhou Baiyu, this is Yuan Jing, which contains non-attribute power and is very suitable for absorbing and improving one's own strength. Just a few seconds after Tang Jing's words fell, the crystal shattered directly. The energy inside has completely disappeared. Ding, recharge successful. Number 1, please request a flower evaluation ticket for a monthly pass. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good.